Alright, here we go. Everything is fine, I think so. Alright. So, welcome everybody, if you happen to catch this live, or if you see it on YouTube or on Twitch afterwards. Welcome, welcome. Today we're playing a bit more of Meat Fortress. My name is Shadow, by the way, if you didn't know. And yes, it's a new game mode for hot dogs, horseshoes and hand grenades. It's of course modeled after Team Fortress, I think with official support from Valve, so this is not something like an illegal thing or something. It is officially supported with official, like, you know, resources and whatnot, so we're just gonna pop in. I played a little bit of that last week. It came out last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And it's basically, it's one map as far as I know. It's the, I don't even know what it's called. I didn't play much Team Fortress when I was, back in the day when I was younger. There we go, Meat Fortress! So, basically, yeah, all stock firearms are in, Team Deathmatch mode is active, blast jumping or rocket jumping is enabled. Yeah. And here we have, coming soon, Medigun, Spywatch, Engineer's Turrets. Yeah, there's a few things that are not in yet, but basically every class has its, at least a few of the signature firearms, and we can check these out. We'll do that before we jump into the game. They're very cool. So this is the Engineer. Of course, the Engineer does not have its signature turrets yet, which is kind of sad, obviously. I think this one holds 4 rounds, I believe. 5? 5. Okay, 5. Alright. So this is just simple pump action shotgun, but yeah, I think most weapons are pretty precisely modeled after the Team Fortress model. Few of them have changed because, you know, because this is a gun simulator. They have to be realistic, so to speak, which means some of them have changed, you know, mechanically speaking, which it's kind of necessary, otherwise it won't work. So I will point out the ones that I know. There's obviously the Engineer's gun, just very simple. Also, I think the sounds are pretty much one-to-one the sounds that they make in Team Fortress, which is kind of nice. Also, I believe these make the sounds they would make in Team Fortress if you hit somebody with it. So this is the Engineer's Wrench. The next we have the Pyro, Trusty Axe, of course. He also has the same shotgun as a secondary. And of course the main weapon, the Flamethrower. So the way you load this is, I think you load it like, oh wait, the other way around? No? Oh, like this. There we go. And you have a little knob over here that you can turn. If you turn it all the way to the, I believe it's to the right, then you have a very small but far-reaching flame. And if you turn it all the way to the left, you have more of a shotgun approach. Very cool. Alright, next up is the Spy. And he has that gorgeous looking revolver. Look at that baby. It's so cool. You can obviously flip it. Haha! Pop out the cylinder. There we go. The thing is, because of that nice design, the iron sights are a bit useless. So let me actually check if I... Do I see the bullet holes? No, you don't see bullet holes. But if I would line up the iron sights as I normally do, I think I would hit high. No, I would hit... Yeah, I would hit high, I think. So you have to aim this kind of weird because it's so massive at the front. And then there's, of course, the... what do you call this? The butterfly knife. And you can... wait, unlock it somehow? There we go. And then you can kind of like... gravity... flip it over. Then lock it. Stab somebody. Yoink. That's really cool. Could be a bit more reactive with the gravity, but it's very nice. Then the Demo Man has his trusty whiskey bottle, or whatever it is. I think it's whiskey. And 2 launchers. One of which is the so-called sticky launcher, with these beautiful grenades. And this is, I think, one of the the weapons that got changed a lot, because if I remember correctly from Team Fortress, when you reload this in Team Fortress, he basically just puts it down and does this like 7 times or something, and then he's reloaded, which doesn't make sense from a, you know, like a gun kind of perspective. So the way you reload this is, you pop this open, and then you have like a grenade stripper clip, which is kind of cool, and then you push it down, away with the stripper clip, and there we go. And then you can just pop them up all over the place, and there's this little thingy here, and if you shoot more of these, it will, you see it goes up further, and this is basically telling you you have more or less mines active at the moment. And then I think if you press the thumb pad, you explode them. Quite simple. Very cool. Oh, and I just launched everything all over the place. Genius! Alright, and then the normal grenade launcher, which is, well, very easy to explain, really. I think this one holds more than the vanilla grenade launcher. I think the vanilla grenade launcher had probably, I don't know, 4? I'm not really sure. But yeah, this just functions like you would imagine. Boom! Awesome. Then the heavy has his shotgun, and he has, I don't think he has a normal melee weapon. He has fists, right? So that's why he doesn't have one. And there we go. And this is also a little bit like free form in the way it was designed, I believe, because again, in the game you don't really see him reloading. He just does something like this to exit out of sight, and then it's reloaded. And basically the way you do it this game is you click it, wait, which way around? I think this way around, yeah. Click it in like that, and you're ready to go. Yeehaw! I believe it's a 200 bullet barrel, so you have to reload this quite frequently, actually. So, yeah. Then we have Soldier with his cool shovel. You can use this to hit, slice, and stab. It's a pretty cool weapon. The shotgun again, and the rocket launcher. Now, this was changed as well a little bit because, well, it's a bit gamey in the way you reload this, and it makes no sense at all. But in Team Fortress, you obviously have several shots in your rocket launcher, and this could have been done in 2 ways. Either you add a big, like a magazine to this, which would not be true to the original design, or you make the rockets stack up behind each other, which doesn't make sense, but it's fun. Oh yeah. Also, let me clean up the scene. That will help reduce the lag, hopefully. And then we have the medic with his bone saw. And this one is also a little bit changed from design point of view. Also, the magazine, I think, is a bit smaller than in normal Team Fortress, but it looks quite gorgeous, doesn't it? So you just put this here, and then it's kind of like a pressure-driven weapon, which is kind of cool, and then you just fire them all over the place, and they stick into enemies, which is kind of cool. And then we have the scout. He also has a secondary, a pistol like the engineer. It's cool. Bat, boink, and he has the quote-unquote double-barreled shotgun, which doesn't really make sense in the normal Team Fortress because it's a double-barreled shotgun with like a magazine. And the way this is worked out here is that it has kind of like a revolving magazine that you feed from the bottom. Just like that. I think 6 shots or something. And then wait, do you have to do something else? Oh yeah, right. It's like a lever. Hold on. There we go. It's a lever action, which is kind of cool. And then you have 2 trigger pulls. Click, click. That's kind of cool. I like that gun a lot. And last but not least, Oi, the sniper. With his machete. Nice. The machine gun that he has, or the machine pistol, which is That's a nice little gun. There we go. And the sniper rifle with the most ridiculous scope. I mean, really? But it's a quite nice scope, I have to say. Also, you have a red dot. I don't know if you can actually see this very well, but it has a red dot. And it's a single shot rifle. You load your bullet. And bam! And just extract. Next bullet. There we go. Okay, so I'll reload the scene real quick, because sometimes in this scene it gets to a bit laggy, I feel. So we'll reload real quick. And we're gonna go into a random game like now. Right now I'm gonna set my health to, I don't know, 10,000. That's nice. Blast jumping on, rocket jumping, that's awesome. We'll turn off blast jump damage for now, just so I can show you how it looks like. And team size is 10 players. Yep, that sounds good. Now I'm gonna equip myself with the Scout's main weapons. For now, at least. There we go. You can all spawn lock this, so you have quote-unquote infinite ammo. There we go. And just if you care to do something else, you have a weapon spawner here, so you can play Meat Fortress with the normal H3 guns, which is also kind of cool. I'm also gonna grab the rocket launchers just for the rocket jumping. Gonna put it on my back. I think I spawn locked it. It's always hard to tell. Yeah, I did. Alright, let's move into the game. As I said, there's one map available. I'm not sure what this map is called, but it's one of the more iconic maps. So I have some of my teammates already moving out. There's a soldier bot. So they're all dressed appropriately and have the appropriate weapons, which is kind of cool. Look at these guys. They have like mini versions of the normal weapons. So you can pick them up. They're like the normal bot guns in other modes where they have no magazine that you can take out. There's just
Let's go cure some meat.
There's just a set amount of bullets in them. Let's see if we can find somebody here.
Oh, I want one of those rocket tubes so I can go jumping around.
Also, amazing sounds, as in every game mode. I love it. Alright, let's follow these guys. I think they have spotted something. It's a bit laggy today. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm trying to stream next to it. Oh, there's one!
Just lay your...
Boom!
Mayonnaise? You disgust me.
Also, I'm really looking forward to like other game modes, because I can imagine things like, you know, payload and stuff like that could be really amazing. Ah, another scout! Woo! Let's go, lads! Normally with that rifle, I'm using the laser as aiming device and not the scope, because it's so ridiculously large. You know, it's kind of hard to actually see some. Oh, Jesus Christ! Let me take the MP here. Ah! Yeah, it's not very accurate, as you can see. In the deathmatch, I don't think there's like a victory condition. It's just like an endless battle, just as it's supposed to be. Demo man! Whoops, I think I blew up his own grenades. Which I'm not sure he can do. It's raining wieners, which is something that I never thought I would say, but this game makes you say weird things. Up. Let's go. Aha! It's the sniper! Oh yeah. Alright, let me show you some rocket jumping, because that is something really cool. It is very fun to do. Let me load this up. Now, rocket jumping, because of the motion, the kind of motion that I use, this arm swinging, it's kind of difficult, because you have to aim it like behind you. It adds like a very specific directional force to your existing movement. So you have to be very precise about when to fire your rocket launcher. Obviously you have to fire it like when you're down like this. So it's timing when you use this kind of motion. Let me get in the open. Let's try to jump onto that building, alright? Here we go. Ha! Oh, great, I missed completely. If you just fire under you, it launches you straight up in the air. You have to add the motion through the walking, really. Like that. Oh, but it's beautiful. Whee! And then while you're in the air, you can add more force to your jump. You can just bounce you around like crazy. Reload mid-air. There you go. Of course, if you have infinite health, it's kind of silly. Because otherwise, it's kind of a tactical decision when to jump. But with infinite health, it's obviously just very, very silly. Whee! But yeah, I really like this game mode, I have to say. It's very, very silly, but it's awesome. And all the Team Fortress weapons are beautifully, like, implemented, the way they're just, you know, designed. And, oh, whoops. There we go. The way they're designed and how they functionally work is really satisfying to me. You know, it's always like, VR always is, for me, a special, like, experience if you can experience something in VR that you previously only experienced like in a normal game. You know, it's like with Skyrim. The Skyrim VR game is not the best game in the world. It's definitely not very good, in my opinion. It's not very well adapted to VR. But walking through areas where you have been before, where you have lived some interesting stories in VR, is a cool experience. And it's the same with Team Fortress guns. You have used them, you know, in the normal Team Fortress, and now you can almost like handle them in the flesh. You know what I mean? It's really nice. Let me actually go for some melee combat here. Probably gonna suck, but the problem with melee combat is if you have to swing your arms to move, it's kind of hard to get a good swing. Come here. Ow. Oh no, oh no. Oh, he missed. Zing. They're kind of dumb, the bots. And you cannot really stab with this, I have just figured out. Jesus! Ah! Yep, point blank rocket to the face. So yeah, that is that game mode. I really like this game mode, to be honest. It is really laggy though. Let me just check something. Is that really this game mode, or is it the game itself right now? Let me clean up scene and go... No, actually, let's go back to the main menu real quick and load up another scene. We'll see how terrible it is. Because for some reason, I think the Team Fortress thing really takes a lot of resource. Yeah, it's much smoother like this. But, you know what? I can actually... let me think for a second. Let me go to the proving grounds, I think. Yeah, I think there you can test some of the weapons. So you can just, you know, take a bit more a look at these weapons and how fun they are to use. Because, yeah, it seems the new scenery is not, like, 100% clean yet, so it's a bit laggy at times. But, you know... Oh, and my mouse pointer is on the screen. There we go. Should be better now. Oh, boy. But, yeah. I'm really looking forward to how the developer, how he implements things like the turret, because I have a kind of idea how that could be implemented, you know? Basically, you could have like kind of a grenade kind of situation where you have the turret package in your hand, and then you pull a pin or something and then throw it. And wherever it lands, it will build the turret. Oh yeah, it's much smoother. And we can still choose the weapon. There we go. So, oh yeah, let me actually get the syringe gun. Just to show you. They stick into the enemies, which is kind of cool. Let's see. There we have bots. Let me load that up. So, let me go to one of these. There you go.
I
So,
do love
if you shoot it at them, it sticks into them. It looks really painful. I don't think it does too much damage, but it looks really, really painful. Oh my god. If you're afraid of needles, I'm so sorry. But yeah. Also, they tend to bounce off certain surfaces, and I think you can potentially pick them up, but you cannot really do anything with them. Wait, can we stab somebody with it?
Oh, it's a
Oh, you can totally stab people with it. Alright. The syringe killer is back. This gun is really satisfying. It definitely is one of the cooler, like the ways he implemented the guns. This is one of the cooler ones. But also, of course, he had to kind of, you know, make some adjustments, because I also think that in the real game, the syringe gun, hasn't it like a hose that goes to the backpack of the doctor? Something like that, I think. Let me get the the bat, because this thing is really funny. Let me spawn some more. There we go. Oh, there's a spy. I hate spies. So these should make the sound effect like in the normal game. So, bonk! Oh, that's so satisfying. That sound is really satisfying. Bonk! Here we go. Oh, just running at them in high speed is enough, apparently. Going for the home run. Yes! Bonk!
Mustard leaving the body.
Oh yeah, there you see, these are like the miniature versions of the real gun, so they have like... Oh, they even make weird sounds. They make gun sounds. Probably has like one magazine worth of shots and that's it. Alright, what else? What other gun could I use? Let me check real quick. Oh yeah, the shovel is really cool. Also the, what is it called? The balisong? I just called that a butterfly knife, or is that the wrong name to call this? Is this not a butterfly knife? Is there a difference between that and a balisong? Or is a balisong just like the quote-unquote fancy name for the butterfly knife? Alright, so shovel. The shovel is, I think, one of the coolest weapons just in general, because
Oh, it's a little more pain.
you can... Oh, there we go. You can
Good shot.
stab people, which is looks really brutal. You can slice.
Yow.
Oh, there we go. You can slice, and I think you can also just like with the flat side, just
Oh, you wallop
hit
him.
them. So yeah, it's a very multifunctional tool.
You waxed in.
Also, look at the way the bots are dressed. I think it's really spot on. You know, it's kind of like they worked with the constrictions or the style they had. And just with the like the most minimalistic design choices, they make these very recognizable. You know what I mean? So let me actually unlock and flick. Come on, Then you can of course do spy things. I am the spy.
Oh, you wallop.
Also, yeah, the voice lines again, they're awesome. I think you can also flip this. Yeah, there we go. Now we're proper spy. Awesome. So yeah, this is the Meat Fortress mode plus the Meat Fortress guns. They're amazing. They're really, really cool. And again, I really think they should add more modes, especially things like payload and stuff like that. That could be extremely funny. You know, payload with a bunch of these random bots. Obviously, this cannot be played multiplayer, because this was from the beginning, this was intended as a simulation game. Therefore, multiplayer would completely, like, be unattainable, I think. I think the developer made a stream talking about this once. And it's basically because, you know, everything is made up as a simulation. So it's not just like if I pull this trigger, it will hit scan and hit him. No. It spawns a physical projectile that goes over there. And if you have that in multiplayer, the amount of like resources that would take is insane. At least I think. Also, you know, just with not with this gun, but with other guns, you know, cartridges that get discarded, or just even here, you know, all of these are physical objects. They're not just a graphic that gets displayed and nobody else can see it. You know, in a lot of multiplayer games, there's a lot of things that you see on your screen, but on other player screens that is not even displayed, you know, to save resources, obviously. But yeah, since this is a simulation first, everything is physically rendered, so to speak, and therefore it's kinda insane. Do we have to clean up? Can we not clean up? Is there... Oh wait, there is a clean... Clean all Sussex! That does not clean these Sussex. Okay. Oh well, let's grill some. Yeehaw!
Pain!
Paid!
Ah,
So
boy,
yeah, so you
pain.
can really go like the shotgun approach where you go short range and just spray them.
You suck.
Or again, for the long range approach, I think this should be able to hit them from really far away. Yeah. Pretty effective, I would say. Ah, another one! It's grilled meat today! Until they explode. Nice. Awesome! So, let me just check out how long I've been recording / streaming. I cannot really tell. Hold on. It's really awkward the way I'm, you know, I have to look things up right now, because I know there's certain like games, VR games, that have Twitch and stuff like that, like chat and other windows integrated into their system. Like I think Pavlov has it, that if you turn the gun on yourself, like here it shows me the menu, and there it shows, I think, like chat and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, here I have to look at everything over the Vive second monitor feature thingy, which is really awkward. But yeah, I think for today that's enough. I just wanted to play around a little bit with Meat Fortress. It's really, really fun. Definitely worth. And, well, yeah, in general, H3 is a game that is so much worth. In the way that, you know, the content that gets added all the time for free, and just the amazing, like, silliness you can do in this game is top notch. So, yeah, thanks for everybody who has been joining this stream. I know it's kind of probably been a bit of a short one, but you know, I just want to make this a regular thing. So first and foremost, I'm trying just to motivate myself to do this every week and not, you know, chicken out. So once I get comfortable with this kind of stuff, I probably will try to do a bit more coherent streams and a bit more like longer things, and also other games, of course, not just VR, but we'll see. Anyways, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Everybody who's checking this out later, thanks again for watching, and see you next time. Take care.